Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today. A dangerous woman in your life has been systematically gathering personal information about you, and what she plans to do next crosses every moral boundary you've been feeling. Watched lately, haven't you? That uncomfortable sensation when someone asks too many questions about your personal life. The way certain conversations feel like interrogations disguised as friendly chat. These feelings aren't paranoia. They're your spiritual warning system alerting you to real danger. Archangel Michael has been watching this woman carefully as she documents details about your schedule, your finances, your relationships, and your vulnerabilities. She remembers things about you that you never directly shared with her. She asks questions that seem innocent but are actually calculated to gather specific information. The divine realm is intervening now because her surveillance of your life is about to escalate dramatically. Those sudden thoughts about protecting your privacy, the urge to be more careful about what you share, these are signs from Archangel Michael trying to warn you. The timing of this message is critical because she's preparing to use everything she's learned about you in ways that will shock you. Archangel Michael's protective energy surrounds you now as the truth about her intentions is revealed. What this woman plans to do with the information she's collected about you is truly unforgivable. Archangel Michael has seen into her heart and mind, and her intentions are darker than you could imagine. This isn't casual gossip or simple curiosity about your life. She has been building a detailed profile of your personal information with a specific, calculated purpose. Her plan involves using your private details to manipulate and control you in ways that violate every boundary of human decency. She knows your fears, your insecurities, your financial situation, and your relationship struggles because she's been carefully gathering this information over time. Now she intends to weaponize these intimate details against you, the timeline for her attack is moving quickly. Within days, she plans to begin implementing a scheme that will use everything she knows about you to cause maximum damage to your life, your relationships, and your peace of mind. What makes this particularly evil is how she's positioned herself as someone you trust while secretly building a case against you. Archangel Michael calls this plan unforgivable because it represents a profound spiritual violation, the abuse of trust and the deliberate misuse of private information to harm another soul. The consequences of her actions will extend far beyond what she realizes, affecting not just you but everyone connected to your life. This is why divine intervention is happening right now. Now you need to recognize the signs that this information harvesting has been happening. Think back to recent conversations with this woman. Notice how she has a way of steering discussions toward your personal business. She asks about your work schedule under the guise of planning get-togethers. She inquires about your finances while pretending to offer helpful advice. She probes about your relationship problems while acting concerned for your well-being. Pay attention to how she remembers specific details about your life that you never directly told her. She brings up conversations you had with other people, showing she's been gathering information from multiple sources. She knows about your plans, your problems, and your private thoughts in ways that should make you uncomfortable. Have you noticed her paying unusual attention to your phone when you're together? Looking over your shoulder when you're texting or checking messages? She may have found ways to access your social media, your emails, or even your personal documents. The information she has couldn't have been gathered through normal friendship interactions. She has a talent for being present during your most vulnerable moments when you're upset, stressed, or dealing with problems. These aren't coincidences. She positions herself to gather information. When your guard is down and you're most likely to overshare, watch for how she asks the same questions in different ways to verify information or catch you in inconsistencies. She's been testing the truth of what you tell her, building a database of verified facts about your life. Friends and family members may have mentioned her asking questions about you when you're not around. This systematic approach to information gathering isn't normal curiosity. It's predatory surveillance designed to give her power over you. Archangel Michael now reveals the shocking truth about what this woman intends to do with all the information she's collected. Her plan is multi-layered and designed to cause maximum damage while making it difficult for you to trace the problems back to her. First, she plans to use your financial information to manipulate your economic situation. Whether through identity theft, sharing your financial details with people who might exploit them, or using your money struggles against you in other ways. She sees your financial vulnerability as her opportunity for control. Second, she intends to destroy your relationships by sharing twisted versions of your private information with the people you care about most. She presents your personal struggles, your fears, and your mistakes in ways that make you look unstable, untrustworthy, or dangerous. She knows exactly which information will cause the most damage to each relationship. Third, her plan includes using your deepest insecurities and fears as weapons in psychological attacks designed to break down your confidence and mental stability. She referenced private things you've shared, throw your vulnerabilities back at you during conflicts, and use your personal information to predict and counter your responses to her. Manipulation, the most sinister part of her plan, involves positioning herself as your savior after creating these problems. She offers help and support for the very issues she secretly caused, making you dependent on her while she continues gathering more information for future attacks. Archangel Michael also reveals that she's been using your personal information in spiritual attacks, incorporating details about your life into hexes, curses, or negative energy work designed to block your blessings and success. This spiritual dimension makes her information theft even more dangerous, as she's violating both your physical privacy and your energetic boundaries. She plans to implement these attacks within the next few days, which is why this warning couldn't wait any longer. Archangel Michael is offering immediate spiritual protection against this information theft and the attacks planned against you. His divine shield is already forming around your personal energy, but you must strengthen this connection through specific practices. Begin each day with this protection prayer. Archangel Michael, I call upon your mighty protection. Surround me with your blue light of truth and shield me from all who would misuse my personal information. Close every channel through which my private thoughts and details can be accessed without my permission. Scramble and neutralize any information already gathered against me. Visualize Archangel Michael placing a golden lock over your mind, heart, and personal energy field. See this lock preventing anyone from accessing your private thoughts, memories, or personal information through spiritual or psychic means. This visualization creates an impenetrable barrier around your personal data on all levels. Perform this daily scrambling ritual. Light a white candle and imagine all the information this woman has collected about you dissolving into meaningless static. See her notes, her memories, and her planned attacks becoming confused and powerless. The divine light transforms her gathered information into useless noise that cannot harm you. Create an information protection shield around your home by walking the perimeter while saying, Archangel Michael, guard this space from all who would spy, gather information, or invade our privacy. Let only those with pure intentions enter here. Sprinkle salt at entry points to create physical barriers against energy intrusion. Use the mirror technique during any necessary interactions with this woman. Visualize a wall of mirrors between you and her, reflecting all her probing questions and surveillance attempts back to their source while revealing nothing new about Your life. Carry a small piece of black tourmaline or obsidian to absorb and neutralize any psychic probing attempts. These stones create natural barriers against information theft on spiritual levels. Before sleep, ask Archangel Michael to place guardian angels around your dreams and subconscious mind, preventing any invasion of your private thoughts or memories. While you're vulnerable during rest, now it's time to take practical action to limit this woman's access to new information about your life. Start by implementing an immediate information diet. Share nothing personal with her from this moment forward. When she asks probing questions, respond with vague, non-committal answers or change the subject entirely. Create false information. Trails to confuse her surveillance efforts. Casually mention plans you don't actually have, problems that don't really exist, or details that aren't true. This scrambles her database with incorrect information, making her gathered data unreliable. For her planned attacks, warn trusted friends and family members about her information gathering without creating drama. Simply mention that you're being more private about personal matters and ask them not to share details about your life with anyone, including her. Most people will respect this request without needing detailed explanations. Audit your digital privacy immediately. Change passwords on all accounts, review social media privacy settings, and be aware of who can see your posts and personal information online. If she has access to any of your accounts, secure them now. Practice selective sharing moving forward. Before revealing any personal information to anyone, ask yourself whether this person truly needs to know this detail and whether they can be trusted with it. This experience is teaching you valuable discernment skills. Create new boundaries around your personal space. Don't leave personal documents, mail, or devices where she can access them. Be mindful of conversations she might overhear, and protect your private communications from her observation. The power of silence becomes your greatest protection. You don't owe anyone explanations about your privacy choices, and you don't need to justify protecting your personal information. Your life details are yours to share only with those you choose to trust completely. Understanding how information predators operate helps you recognize and counter their techniques. This woman uses several psychological manipulation tactics to gather information without raising suspicion. She presents herself as especially concerned about your well-being, using fake empathy to encourage oversharing during vulnerable moments. She employs the innocent question technique, asking for information under seemingly legitimate pretenses. Questions about your schedule disguised as social planning. Inquiries about your finances presented as helpful concern, or probes about your relationships framed as friendship support. Watch for how she uses information triangulation, gathering pieces of your story from different sources and then putting them together to create a complete picture. She might ask your friends different questions than she asks you, then combine the answers to verify details or discover new information. She practices strategic timing, approaching you for information when you're stressed, upset, or distracted and more likely to share without thinking carefully. She may also create situations that make you feel obligated to share personal details. The woman uses validation and mirroring to make you feel comfortable sharing. She agree with your opinions, share similar experiences, or express understanding. To create false intimacy that encourage deeper disclosure, recognize her testing behaviors, bringing up information to see your reaction, asking the same questions in different ways, or referencing things she shouldn't know to gauge how much you'll reveal. These are signs of active intelligence gathering, not normal friendship curiosity. By understanding these methods, you can recognize when anyone is trying to extract information from you inappropriately and protect yourself accordingly. Archangel Michael wants you to understand the spiritual laws that protect those under divine surveillance from information predators. When someone violates your privacy and misuses personal information with harmful intent, they trigger automatic cosmic consequences that work in your favor. The law of spiritual privacy states that everyone has a divine right to energetic boundaries around their personal information. When someone violates these boundaries, they create karmic debt that must be balanced. This woman's actions against you are generating negative karma. That will return to her in unexpected ways. Divine justice for information theft often manifests as confusion, memory problems, and the inability to use gathered information effectively. You may notice her becoming increasingly frustrated as her plans fail to work as expected. The very information she stole becomes scrambled and useless when cosmic protection activates. Those who abuse personal information about others often find their own private matters becoming unexpectedly exposed. The universe has a way of teaching these lessons through direct experience. She may soon discover how it feels to have her own privacy violated and her secrets revealed. The spiritual protection surrounding you creates a feedback loop that reflects her negative intentions back to their source. While she focused on gathering information to harm you, she's unknowingly opened herself to spiritual scrutiny that will reveal her own hidden actions and motivations. This divine intervention protects not only you but others who might become her future targets. By exposing her methods now, the spiritual realm prevents additional harm to innocent people who might have become victims of her information predation. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now with his sword of truth ready to cut through all deception and protect your personal information from misuse. This divine warning has reached you at the critical moment. You have a 24-hour window to implement these protections before her plan reaches an irreversible stage. Begin the protection rituals immediately. Don't wait until tomorrow or next week. The spiritual and practical steps outlined in this message work best when implemented together as a complete system. Your privacy, your relationships, and your peace of mind depend on taking action now. Share this warning with others who might be facing similar violations of their personal boundaries. Information predators rarely target just one person. By protecting yourself, you may be preventing harm to others in your community. The divine realm continues to offer guidance and protection to those who actively participate in their own spiritual defense. Show your appreciation for this urgent intervention and maintain the powerful connection with Archangel Michael by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens the protective field around you and ensures continued divine guidance as you navigate this challenging situation. Trust that this revelation came to you at exactly the right time. Your privacy is sacred, your personal information is protected, and Archangel Michael's watchful presence will guard you as you reclaim control over your life. The spiritual shields are activating now. Step into this divine protection with confidence.